Hey guys, so today I am doing another process video. This is called For the Fallen. Here, right at the start, I was just sorting out my camera angles. So what I've done is I've printed the poem off For the Fallen. I've forgotten who it's by, but it's the poem where the sort of poppy appeals. What's the word I'm looking for? Sort of like thing came from, like their little phrase which they use. So I did pre-trim and mount all the photos I'm using in this. These are all photos of relatives of mine which were in the army. Well, these are all photos on my mum's side, I'm fairly sure. Yeah, or if you can hear that, Dodger's just come up. So here I've got this silhouette which I actually printed off and then painted black, which I'm just putting loads and loads of glue dots on, so that it doesn't fall off. And I got this idea from one of the ladies in the UK Planner Addicts group. She was doing some evening doodles on Remembrance Sunday, I think. I just used a bit of double-sided tape on the cross. So yeah. Just folding over the excess double-sided tape so that it's not wasted. Dodger, no. And also using some double-sided tape on the soldiers' legs as well. And on his head. Again, just folding over the excess. Dodger, stop it. Get off. Go on off. Sorry, just telling the dog to get off my bed because he keeps licking me. And now he's trying to get one of his toys, which is a squeaky one. So if you hear any squeaking in the background, that is him. Sorry about my head getting in the view as well. I was just trying to make sure I got all the bits of double-sided tape which were overlaying, and then I worked out where I wanted it positioned. So I didn't want it covering any of the poem. Which is, I suppose, sort of the main feature of this spread. And Here I'm just sticking it down. You can't see very well, sorry about that. Trimming off the end bit, and fairly sure, yeah, I touch it up with a black Sharpie where there's any white patches. Where I'm off screen now, I'm touching up, doing the along the edges, and also that bottom left hand corner where there wasn't anything. Oh, I haven't done that yet. Now I'm doing that. Just making it sort of fairly uneven along the top so it matches in with the don't know what I'm doing here. Probably having a conversation or something. Yeah, just making it matching with the rest of the landscaping, tucking in a bit of double-sided tape or a glue dot or something. Just there with the tweezers, having a bit of a tidy up. So these are all the photos. I've got tabs on them saying with their dates and who they are as well. So they're all black and white apart from the one which is colour, which isn't actually a photograph, it's a watercolour of my great-grandfather who died during the Dunkirk evacuations in 1940. And he is actually buried in he's buried France somewhere, France or Normandy somewhere. So we were family was very lucky that they found his body. And then the one I'm putting glue dots on now, I'm fairly sure is my great uncle, so my great grandfather's brother, who died from injuries he got during the Battle of the Somme during the First World War. He is buried in Southend somewhere. And then this one is of my grandfather. He didn't die in conflict, but he was in the army. He was in the parachute regiment. So this is a picture of him when he was quite young. Still. And then this picture, which is quite a long one, long and narrow, is of his mother's stepfather. Yeah, his grandmother remarried after his grandfather died, and they went to live with him after his father died. And then this photo, which is the last one, is of my grandmother's father. I'm fairly sure. Just deciding where to place it. It is the smallest photo, and I printed off and cut out a poppy as well. because Poppy Appeal is the sort of Remembrance Day thing. I'm just sticking that down in the middle. And I decide to just touching something up here with the Sharpie again. You can't see, but that's what I'm doing. Just going along the edge of the picture, and then I brought that post-it note in because that also has like the full names and dates and everything else, and I just write those on with my fountain pen, and I don't do sort of any other sort of journaling on this spread. And just ticking them off as I do them. My hand looks a bit odd there because I was trying not to smudge the photo, because with my printer, black ink sort of, it smudges very easily if there's like if there's just black areas. And then on to the last one, who is my grandfather, who is sadly no longer with us. And I decided to leave it at that. Just wanted to keep it really simple and let the poem and the photos sort of tell the story. So bye.